Hello everyone, I'm just writing down the bracket. This will be a 16-man tournament. Find out who will be. Oh, let's get this first match underway.
Join Tombola, get £50 free and play blocks, our brand new game.
This is I guess you could call it a music cinematic trailer. It shows off a ton of interesting things that you won't be seeing in this map, that you would only be
I'm not going to be playing any music
in the trailer. And there's some very interesting and I guess speculative things that I've seen people talking about in the comment section. So I thought, I want to make a video on this, I want to talk about it, and just try to explain what's going on. So if you want to check the full trailer out for yourself on its own, without talking, I'll link it down in the description. As always, if you enjoyed the video today, drop a like rating, make sure you are subscribed, but let's get into it. Here we go. So as you start off on this trailer, you get some interesting and nice shots of the prison. That's nothing we
There's
really
charging.
I do have to say this map looks freaking awesome. We obviously know that Blood of the Dead is a remake of Mob of the Dead. However, there's new areas, we are playing as the premise crew, and also there's a new story. If you are confused as to how exactly our
Valerio getting taken down by chargers.
Explaining that around about a month ago. It's about a 20-minute video. It explains exactly how the premise crew got to Blood. So if you are a little bit confused, again, I will link it in the description, definitely check it out. But the interesting thing in this trailer is we see all of our premise characters die. They all die and are killed in the prison. Now, by now in our zombie storyline, this isn't something new. We've seen them die in previous zombie maps. In the Zetsu no Shima trailer, we saw Takeo ended up killing the characters. In the Gorogorobi trailer, Ultimus and Nikolai ended up killing the premise characters. And they've all died in other maps as well. So of course we have seen Takeo, Nikolai, Dempsey and Richthofen die in our zombie storyline. However, we know that it's all one cycle. Our characters are trapped in a loop, therefore every time they die, they get sent back to the beginning of the cycle until they complete the Easter egg in each and every map correctly. We believe, although it's not confirmed, that Dr. Monty is the character behind all of this, that he is the one keeping us in this cycle, and at the end of Revelation...
Oh no, remember, all these matches are extreme rules.
But the whole zombie storyline is one big cycle, and each and every zombie's map is in a small cycle of its own. If our characters die in any of these maps, the cycle is reset, and they are sent back until they complete the Easter egg correct, or until they do whatever they need to do without dying. And it seems
so let's start losing shot.
In one way or another, our characters in this map are killed. The first character we see die is Takeo, where Brutus the Warden is holding his dead body. I think Takeo's arm is clearly broken here, but it seems like the Warden has killed Takeo and then throws his dead body into the sea. We can then see Richthofen gets trapped up against this wall. It says "No way out" written in blood, and then some zombies approach him from behind.
Oh
I
no,
would assume they killed him. We also see a
running today when you hear about Assassin's Creed Odyssey Omega Edition.
shot of Dempsey hanging over a pit of magma, holding on for his life. And just after this, we also see Brutus again, this time killing Nikolai. He hangs him up with some metal chains. And then near the end of the trailer again, Nikolai gets trapped up against these bars and eaten by the zombies. This scene is very similar to the one in the Mob of the Dead trailer or intro cutscene where Sal got pinned up against the bars and eaten by the zombies. I believe this is a reference to that. Of course, Mob of the Dead was set in the afterlife. Those characters were trapped in purgatory in the prison, so every time they died, they were also in their own cycle. There was no escape for them. Every time they were killed or attempted to escape, the cycle continued and they were left trapped on the island. They would just respawn in over and over again. And at the end of this trailer, we see Dempsey crawling for his life on the floor, he's all blooded up, and then we see Takeo absolutely drenched in blood. Dude, what have you been doing? But if you notice on his face, it looks like he's given up. It looks like it's the end of the road, and it's kind of the same for all of these characters. The feeling you
That big root similar to
if you look at these
James's.
characters' faces, the way they move, the way they're all stumbling about and helping each other in a way, you see them just kneeling down on the floor, looking at it hopelessly. We have Nikolai putting his hand on Rick Hoffman's shoulder. They just look at each other as they go to the catwalk. It looks like these characters have all pretty much reached their end. We know that they've been with each other for such a long time by the time they get to the island, that it kind of looks like they've had enough.
German suplex by Valerio.
With each other, they've been on this journey together for so long. They're almost in this trailer, seems like they've reached their end, and they kind of don't care anymore. Maybe at this point on this island, after everything that's gone wrong, is this going to be the end of our premise crew? Is this going to be the turning point for them where they realise that actually they are trapped? They are trapped in this endless cycle, doing things over and over again. Because I don't actually think our premise characters have realised that yet. Yes, they've gone through all of these zombies. I don't feel like these characters actually realise that they are trapped doing this forever. And in this
Sponge fly down!
One of the Dead is the turning point where they might actually realise.
1, 2.
I don't know, it's just got this sad, dark tone to it, but the characters all seem sad, they just keep dying, and it honestly does look like they have given up. But yeah, that is why our characters keep dying over and over again. We have seen this same thing happen in previous zombie trailers. It's because they are trapped in a cycle. Of course, our characters aren't going to last this long against hundreds, thousands, millions of zombies without getting hurt, infected, dying. Our characters have died plenty, hundreds, thousands of times in our zombie storyline. It's just because they are trapped in a cycle. Every time they die, they get sent back to the beginning. It was also the same for Finn, the Weasel, Billy and Sal in Mob of the Dead. However, it was different for them because they weren't trapped in the same cycle as our premise crew. They were trapped in purgatory. I don't believe in Blood of the Dead, although I haven't played it yet, honestly. From what I've seen, I don't believe there is afterlife, which if there was, that could be an explanation as to why they die and keep respawning. But if there's no afterlife, then that must mean that they are still trapped in this same cycle. However, Blood of the Dead could be the turning point.
Valerio beating the living shit out. Hey Lucas. Yeah, beating Lucas, I believe you're in the tournament, mate. You're in this tournament. Oh no. It's a 16-man tournament.
Something on the table here in Rick Toppen's lab. Of course, this is the other Rick Toppen's lab, but he's doing something on the table. I'm not too sure what. You can see here we have Nikolai walking with his gun towards this lava pit. In his left hand, he has the canorium. It kind of looks like he might be going to throw the canorium in the lava. Maybe he finally realizes that this book is a curse to them. Because reading this, they know exactly what they need to do. They know their future.
Oh!
So maybe Nikolai's throwing the
Charlie fired up now.
I don't know. On the next scene, we also have Dempsey holding the Weasel's hat. He looks at it and throws it on the floor. And then we also have Rick Toppen holding Al's comic book. He looks at it and rips it up. Rick Toppen does know about the Mob of the Dead crew. He knows how they were trapped in purgatory on this island and they were trying to escape.
Charlie.
This is actually the page that Rick Toppen rips up. It is a page from Al's comic book called Icarus from Mars. All the red writing on it are notes from his editor. But why exactly is Rick Toppen ripping this up? Is Richtofen, Al's editor? Is Richtofen trying to get rid of
What a, that was a dirty kick to the side of the face.
Richtofen rip up Al's comic case is a bit weird. If we go back to the last scene where Dempsey was throwing Al's patch on the floor, it kind of feels like they're maybe trying to forget the Mob of the Dead crew, or maybe get rid of evidence that they were here. I don't know about this one, it's a little bit weird. Maybe we'll find out.
Bam! That
You don't know
spin.
yet what role, if any, the Mob of the Dead crew is.
1, 2, and no.
Down Brutus, that's a nice change from him killing us in this map. And then the very last thing, we see Richtofen kneeling down, putting his hand in this lava. You can see he burns all of his hand off. He burns his flesh. It's freaking gruesome. But he puts his hand in this magma and pulls out.
Oh, 1, that's 2, that's a 3, and Valyrio advances.
Specifically the fire staff, but not from the replicas that Max has made in Origins, but this is the original staff crystal. Now I have no idea if that was the case, how it would end up in magma in blood. This could be something to do with the Easter egg. Obviously all of the Easter eggs are locked for a little while yet, so none of the steps can be found. But as to what this is going to be used for, we don't know. It's interesting. Is it a piece-free staff? I'm unsure. It seems quite unlikely to me, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Anyway,
Yeah, there
guys,
you are,
there we go.
Lucas.
That is it for today's video. Hopefully you have
Next we got
enjoyed
Caleb
on the channel, or
and Pennywise.
the next few months, I guess, years, whatever. There's loads more BO4 Zombies content, so if you have enjoyed this one, drop a like rating, make sure you are subscribed, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I will see the family of paints and coating.
Lucas.
So, what is going on, guys? I am Black Ops Amazing. Welcome back to another Black Ops 4 Zombies video on the channel, where today I am going to be telling you exactly what is going on in the intro for Blood of the Dead. This new cinematic cutscene that we've just had given to us by Treyarch. It is super freaking awesome, but I know a lot of you guys may be confused as to exactly what's going on. Maybe you haven't read the Zombies comics, because a lot of information in them comes into play
up next.
in this.
I made that version of Caleb, just let you know.
What's going on, tell you the storyline that we have so far for Blood of the Dead. As always, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like rating. Also, be subscribed to stay up to date with the latest Zombies videos on the channel. But without further ado, let's get into it. Here we go. So this is so damn interesting, because this isn't what we saw in the comics. And also, this isn't what happened after Zetsubo no Shima, when they teleported to here and then came back before Gorokurobi. This is totally different. The characters are here to collect the blood, but what happens after is totally different to what we knew. And in fact, things are changing. So we see, normally, just like we've seen in the comics, the premise characters of Takeo, Nikolai, Dempsey and Richtofen are here in Alcatraz to collect the blood vials from Richtofen. The characters slowly make their way through the prison, through this hole in the wall, and as we can see, they make their way through and they are now on the inside
Here comes
of Alcatraz.
Caleb.
The premise version of Richtofen says we must make our way to the lab, of course, because that is where the blood vials are located. If you remember, not too long before, an alternate version of Richtofen, which we will see later, built this laboratory under Alcatraz. He built it along with Stanley Ferguson and members of the Illuminati to store not only the transit crew down here, but also it was a place to keep the blood vials. You can see Richtofen says we should be closer to the lab, no matter. So it seems like he knows that something has gone wrong. Clearly this cutscene that we've seen in the comics is already different to what we know. The premise version of Richtofen can tell that something isn't right. He should have teleported closer to the lab. As we saw in the comics, they pretty much teleported directly in there, whereas in this cutscene, they are further away. They have had to make their way themselves.
Oh, Caleb.
However, premise Richtofen leads Takeo,
Caleb, mad mate. This is his debut.
Alternate version of Richtofen.
Good night. Good night.
Richtofen says to the premise version of himself, "You're late. You're late." And again, this is strange because in the comics, if you read them, he actually says, "You're right on time." Whereas in this intro, he tells them they're late. So again, we can clearly see that something's already wrong. the Primus Richtofen hasn't teleported where he was supposed to, like in the comics, which meant he was on time. This time he's late and he's walked in
Caleb just knows. Because
and this is where things change. Because of him being late, because of Richtofen reading the Canorium, he learns something new, and this is where things go wrong. You can see there's a problem. He hands Richtofen the blood vials. We already know that these are for the other three characters of Taki and Nikolai and Dempsey, so that they will survive in Revelations. We then see Nikolai go up to the cryogenic chambers, where he looks at Misty. As I said earlier, the alternate version of Richtofen built this lab to store the transit crew in these cryogenic chambers, and the reason he said he stored them is because he's waiting for a perfect world for them to live in. At least that's what he said. So right now at this point, the transit crew are sleeping in cryogenic chambers under Alcatraz. But from here on, things are totally different. So getting back to it, the ultimate version of Richtofen,
Caleb kick.
Primus Richtofen, the blood vials, survivors. You'll remember, he says to him, here are the blood vials, survival depends on it, 2 for each of them. Yeah, you remember. We know that these two versions of Richtofen have met before. It was a long time ago, before Origins. That was when alternate Richtofen first gave Primus Richtofen his blood vials. So they have met before, which could explain why he
Caleb.
Yeah, you remember, you know what to do. That could be one reason, is because, well, he told him what to do with his own in Origins, so he should know what to do with the other 3 characters already. Or it could mean that he remembers because they are trapped in a loop. They've been in this situation before, so there's no need for him to tell Richtofen again what exactly to do. But you can clearly tell by what alternate Richtofen is saying that he's confused.
What? Carl Anderson taking, looks like he wants to go take down Caleb. Caleb fighting back. Backbreaker.
He tells him he's already read it, which he has, obviously, if he knew how to get the summoning key.
Caleb is just putting down.
Primus Richtofen has already read the Canorium, so why would he want to read it again? But he's told to, so he opens up a page, and when he looks inside, the information inside of here is changed. It's not the same to what he read before. It's different. When Primus Richtofen reads the Canorium, clearly it tells him that something bad is going to happen. We don't know what this is, because we've only read the other version of the Canorium. This one that Primus Richtofen's reading is totally different. For all we know, it could say that he's going to die in Alcatraz if he doesn't do something or whatever. I don't know. But alternate Richtofen gives him the Canorium, tells him to read it, and then leaves. He opens up a portal for himself and goes. Primus Richtofen says it's possible he can't expect me to let this happen. He gets angry and then throws the Canorium at the portal. In anger, it lands on the floor, and you can see by Primus Richtofen's eyes something has gone wrong. The plan isn't as he originally thought, things are different, and he says, we are leaving. The zombies begin attacking the prison, which again is another sign that something's wrong, because this shouldn't be happening. They make their way to the portal that they're going to use to leave the prison, and just as they're about to leave, Brutus comes out of nowhere and closes it. He hits the portal, closing it, which also kills him, but as we know, Brutus will be reborn, so he will be back, don't worry. I'm sure when we play Blood of
Caleb.
Again. However, in this intro, he does kill himself when he closes the portal, which now leaves the Primus crew trapped in Alcatraz. Richtofen says to himself, what have I done, realising that he has nowhere to go, that he now doesn't have a portal to escape from, meaning that the characters have to find an alternate route of Alcatraz. They make their way down to the docks whilst killing the zombies as well. They get there and realise they're trapped. They're on an island that's surrounded by water, there's no way off. So how exactly are the Primus crew going to escape Alcatraz? Well, we'll just have to wait and see. As you saw by the trailer, there were so many areas that we haven't seen before, so when we play this map, it's going to be a lot bigger, there's going to be new areas, and I'm guessing it's going to be up to us not only to find a new way off the island, but also to find out what exactly Richtofen read in Canorium. It seems like they were simply here, as they've done many times before, trapped in this
Fucking boring trapped in this box staring at
They were late, that gave the ultimate
I can find my escape
When he started reading it, the information inside was different. It shouldn't have been, because he's read it many times before.
Oh, no.
But when he reads it, the writing is different. It clearly tells Premise Richthofen something he didn't know, something about himself, about his future, about what's going to happen. The alternate version of Richthofen quickly goes. I have no idea where he went. It seems like he's running from something, or possibly running from the same thing Richthofen is running from. He leaves, and so as Premise Richthofen is about to leave, Brutus closes the portal, leaving them trapped on Alcatraz. And that's exactly where we are in Elizabeth Death. And also, I forgot to say this, I'm just recording this after, so the audio may sound a little bit different. But I just thought, well, what's the thing that Richthofen
Caleb's in trouble. You float too.
showed him how these cycles
What?
run. As I've mentioned many times, we know that they are stuck in this endless cycle. They do the same thing over and over again. They have succeeded
My.
clearly the same
Who
thing
is this?
hasn't happened this time. Something has changed.
No.
That change,
Not
that
this way.
now made
Who is
that
it?
cycle
Out of nowhere.
maybe
Don't
that is
turn
what
around.
we're seeing here, or
It's
this is
Cesaro.
something to do with Dr. Monty. We've had this suspicion for a long time.
Neutralizer.
He's been trying to kill our characters.
Caleb.
Keeping us in this endless cycle, doing the same thing.
Caleb.
Well, what
Crawling.
we now have new information in.
Trying to crawl.
About Monty in the future.
He needs to get this.
Learn that. Again, that could be another thing. It seems like this cutscene does take place in between Jexter and Oshima.
Free and Caleb wins.
Different. It is during that time, but those events that happened originally don't take place in this cutscene. They are different. But I'm wondering how exactly they ended up in this situation. What did they have to do in order for the cycle to change? What did they have to do in order for this event to happen? Because in our original storyline, none of this was ever mentioned, none of this ever happened. But all of a sudden,
Caleb.
and now this is
So, oh, Jesus, need to put him at he advanced down.
don't know about that left. I really
So-
can't think of an event in our storyline that would have.
Don't tell anyone.
So, there we go, guys.
Don't
Please remember to
tell
you know what to do.
anyone.
Drop a like, rating. This is super
Yes.
exciting. This is so much more than I thought we would have got. So, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you have any questions, any theories, let me know your ideas.
Don't tell anyone
Make
this
sure to
one.
subscribe to stay up to date with the latest on
Wow.
the channel, and I will see you all.
Caleb advancing. I need to put a map down. So Caleb will be fighting Valerio.
Zombies video on the channel, where today we are going to be taking a closer look at the brand new trailer for Black Ops 4 that we got yesterday. It showed footage and gameplay of both Zombies maps, IX and Void of Despair. And so since I didn't get time to do it yesterday, however the full trailer is on my channel if you want to check it out. And also it's better because now I've had time to gather as much information as I can. We're going to take a look at this, break it down and see what interesting things we can find out about our new map. Make sure that you are subscribed to stay up to date with the latest zombie content on the channel. If you enjoyed the video, by the end, a like rating would be appreciated. But without further ado, let's get into it. Here we go. So we start off this trailer on Void of Despair. We know that this map is set on the Titanic on the day that it sunk, which was the 15th of April 1912. And this is where we get one of our first little bits of story information from our characters. Just like the premise characters did in our Ether storyline, Scarlet, Diego, Bruno and Shaw have a conversation and they reveal to us a little bit about why they are here. We learn that they're on a mission to find Scarlet's father. He's been missing for 15 years and so the characters are here to try and find out where he could have gone. And the reason why Bruno, Diego and Shaw are helping Scarlet to find her father is because he helped them. In some way her father helped all of these guys out and so they owe it to him to try and find it.
Here
Scarlet
comes Mr. Money in the bank.
Stories that she would believe, but as an adult she wouldn't believe. So she makes it sound like her father has something to do with it. He has something to do with this artifact. He told her stories about this ancient order, black magic, and everything that we see going on in our Zombies map. And now that Scarlet's seen it happen for herself, she believes him and is so on a mission to fine. That's pretty much all we know about the story so far. However, getting back to the trailer, so you can see the kick off on the deck of the Titanic. Around here there are a couple of weapons on the wall. One specifically is a pistol.
Okay. Oh jeez.
Deck is the starting area. You can see right in the background here there is a statue. We've seen quite a few different statues already in zombies. We have Danu, who is an Irish goddess. We've also seen Zeus, who is a Greek god, and Odin, who was a Norse god.
So we got Godzilla on the ring, Mr. Money in the Bank. Okay, okay, good.
Could give us electric cherry. Danu could be something to do with healing. And since she's in the
Here comes Lucas, making his way from the locker rooms as he's got police.
However, as I'll explain later on in the trailer, I actually think they might mean something else, and they're really not perks. But if they are, well, Dana is in what looks to be the starting area, so potentially she could be.
I swear, if you use any of my pyro, I will move you. I will. Don't use any of my...
You have to pay points for in order to remove. I don't know if that's how it's going to work on our new storyline. Are we going to have points? Is it going to be a new system that we use to remove debris? I can't remember off the top of my head.
Lucas.
And you can also see around here there is this blue glow, which you can see around the wall weapons as well. But we'll get a better look at that later on in the trailer. And also, by the way, I'm not going to show all of these copyright. As I said, if you want to check out these full trailer links in the description, I'm just going to show all of the interesting parts that we can get stuff from. But as we move on through the trailer, we get more shots of the Titanic.
Lucas, why are you blowing my pyro up, boy? I've had Jonathan pay for that, boy.
Maps that are based off real life things and events, places, are always my favourite and always seem to do really well, especially Mob of the Dead, or as you right there. So hopefully one day based off the Titanic, I'm just going to feel that this is going to be a fun face. We then come across a new statue that we haven't seen yet. You can clearly tell this one is Egyptian.
That is true.
This statue, which we will see later on in the trailer, looks to be the Egyptian sun god, Ra. Ra was merged with the major state god Horus. You can see they look very similar, but you can tell the difference between them because Ra has a sun disc on his head, since he's the goddess of the sun, whereas Horus has a Persian. I'm not exactly sure if that's how you pronounce that, but that's how you can tell the difference. And if you look on the head of the statue, there is fire behind it. So I would assume this is Ra, not Horus. He has the head of a falcon, and the sun disc on his head is actually resting inside of a cobra. So just keep those two animals in mind, a falcon and a cobra, as they will relate to
Dico Closs.
But if these statues are birds, what exactly would Ra be?
She lost it.
Related to fire or the sun? I'm not really sure. Maybe that could be a new bird, a double tap maybe. I could only say that because it was orange. But I'm not sure about that one. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. But as we keep going, we then see another statue, which is Danu. We've seen her before. She is an Irish goddess, I believe. She had something to do with water, but a lot of people have also been saying nature as well. I guess that could come into it. But we are on the Titanic, surrounded by water, so I'm not really too sure what she could be. As we keep going through the trailer, we see some shots that we've seen previously from E3. We have this guy on the Titanic that we've seen before. We know he's here to steal the artifact. He does manage to steal it, however our characters stop him, but before we can take it off him, we use it to infect the ship, turning everyone on it into zombies. It spreads this black plague around the ship, infecting everyone on it. As we move on, we get some cool shots of our characters killing the zombies. You can see on the steering wheel of the Titanic, this black plague has infected the whole ship. It's beginning to take it over.
Who will advance?
We don't exactly know what this is and how it works, but we do know that the Titanic does manage to crash into the iceberg, so maybe part of the Easter egg is always saving it. Can we change history? We see more shots of this black plague. I really don't know what else to call it right now, but this is the thing that infects people and turns them into the undead. As we move on, we then see another statue. This time it is clearly Zeus, a Greek god. He's holding his classic lightning bolts all over his statue. There are alchemy symbols. I'm thinking since he's to do with electricity, he could be electric cherry maybe. Like I said, that is if they are perks. What we then see is the mystery box. We kind of thought that this is what it was from our previous trailers, but this time we actually get to see weapons coming out of it. It looks freaking cool. There's skulls with blue glowing eyes all over it, and Scarlet gets some kind of new SMG out of it. But we then go on to our next shot, and it looks like she's holding some special type of weapon. In her left hand, there is like some kind of thunder gas. At least that's what it reminds me of from Mob of the Dead. It's like a really powerful one-shot shotgun that kills loads loads of zombies at once. And then in her right hand is a sword. We've been told by Treyarch that we are going to get special weapons in zombies. That was really all the details we had. So it seems like there are 4 special weapons. This is one of them, and the other 3 we're going to see later on in the trailer. We keep going, we get some nice shots to see characters killing the zombies. We have Diego here killing them with some kind of fire weapon, or laser weapon, I don't know.
Oh no.
And then goes further down and we can see the Titanic is already partly underwater. It's already hit the iceberg and it's sinking. So just like Zetsubo, underwater zombies confirmed. I don't know about you guys, but for me that wasn't really too enjoyable in Zetsubo no Shima. However, in that map it was more of a challenge. So if it's just naturally part of the map, part of the gameplay, then it could be a little bit more fun than it was in Zetsubo. And this also got me thinking, well, what if as time goes by as we go on throughout the rounds, and the more the Titanic begins to sink deeper under the water, well, does that mean the water in this map will rise? Will it eventually reach the top of the deck, meaning most of this map is swimmable? I don't know. Here we get a closer shot at our new war weapons, or at least what they look like now. It's totally different to how it was in our old storyline. There's this big glow around it with symbols. On it as well. I don't know why it's like this, just have a meaning or not possibly, but it was cool. And you can also see one of our characters holding a Molotov, lighting it up and throwing it. So that's a cool way to kill the zombies. As we keep going, we see, oh god, this creature that we saw in IX is also in Voyage of Despair as well. It looks like it randomly spawns out of zombies. I don't exactly know how this is going to work, but it could be like the Thrashers in Zetsubo, whereas first off they are normal zombies walking around, and if they just happen to wander into the little spores, the orange ones that are on the map, if they go into that door, eventually they transform into Thrashers. So maybe it's something like that. If the normal zombies happen to walk into something, I don't know what, then they turn into these. We don't have names for them yet. Whether Treyarch is going to give us names or we have to make ones up for ourselves, I don't know. But these things look pretty scary. And we then see one of our characters pull out this staff. They place it on the ground. It seems to act like some kind of shield. Either the zombies can't come inside of it, or if they can, it slows them down drastically. However, we can see that this big creature can definitely come inside. So it's going to be interesting to see exactly how this weapon's going to work. But the staff is the second special weapon in zombies. So far we have the sword and the staff. And we can then see it teleports us to a different map, a different time and location in IX. Now I don't know if this is how it's going to work in game. If we can use this staff to teleport from one map to another, that would be interesting. Or whether this is just a transitional editing effect they use for the video, I don't know. That to me would make the most sense. I can't really see us being...
Oh, Godzilla!
But that would be interesting. And we can see our characters are now in 9, which is a gladiator arena in what we believe to be ancient Greece during the Roman rule. There are loads of shots that we've seen before with these masked figures, these people in the crowd. You can see again, we have these statues of our gods. Right here is Zeus sitting on the temple. However, this time he isn't on or activated. He doesn't have his lightning bolt in his hand. Here we get to see the third special weapon in zombies, which is the hammer. This one belongs to Bruno. You can see it has an electricity effect on it. There's also symbols on the front. I am going to come back to these special weapons at the end of the video, so just keep that one in mind. But it does look really powerful. We can see our characters going through shots, killing the zombies, and then released out of the cage, there is a tiger. And in fact, there's not just one, there are multiple. And so I think this is going to be our new hellhound. Just like we had the dogs round in our Easter storyline, well, replacing them looks like it's going to be zombified tigers. We then have on the floor a shot of Diego reviving Bruno, so that's pretty funny. He's on the floor down shooting a pistol as the tigers coming to attack him. We have Scarlet shooting one of the new weapons. And then we have more shots of this map, this time not just in the gladiator arena, but we can also go inside as well. There's more war weapons. And here we see our fourth and final special weapon, which is the harpooning. Disc that belongs to Diego. It's got this purple effect to it. One of them you throw and the other one's used as a melee weapon. You can also see in the background we have the statues of our gods. Again, we have Danu returning on IX along with Ra. And I just find it strange that we've only seen 4 god statues in zombies and we have 4 special weapons. I think there's a link there, but I'll talk about that in just a second. So as our characters move on through the map to the final stages, we get to this area where we see what looks like the boss zombie of this map. This guy looks freaking massive. He's got an axe in his hand that he can throw. He looks like he's going to be a pain in the arse. There's kind of like this mechanism in the middle of the
right.
There are symbols
Final match,
all over the place.
first
There's
round.
blue glow above it as well. I know a lot of people have been saying that this could be the pack-a-punch system, but I mean, we really have no idea what it's going to look like or how the pack-a-punch is even going to work in our new story, so could be, but I'm not saying anything. And then it finally cuts off with our characters having a shootout with the boss on this map. So there we go, that is the full trailer. However, I just want to quickly go back and talk about the special weapons again, because like I said, it's strange that we have 4 special weapons and we've only seen 4 god statues on the map. Well, I'm thinking that actually maybe they're not perks and the gods are the ones that give us our special weapons. Maybe we bring gifts for the gods or do challenges for them, and in return they reward us with these special weapons, and that's how we obtain them. If we go back to the first special, so maybe this is the special weapon that she gives us. The second special weapon that we saw was the staff, and again, if you take a look at it, first off, it's clearly got an orange effect to it, this fire orb, which looks strangely like the sun in the middle of it. It's also got a cobra and an falcon on it as well. And a cobra and a falcon are part of the sun head of Ra. So
making his return to CBW.
Ra gives us. We do a challenge, a gathering for him, something like that, I'm not sure, and he gives us the staff as a special.
She looks scared. Well, at least I can.
Weapon. We then of course have the hammer, which belongs to Bruno. You can see this has got an electricity effect to it. It's also got this weird symbol pattern on the front. Now the only 2 gods we have left are Odin and Zeus, which are actually quite similar. However, this hammer reminds me a lot of Thor, who was also a Norse god. Thor was the son of Odin. I couldn't find this exact symbol. However, if you just put in Thor on Google, you can find ones that are similar like this. If you guys know exactly what this symbol is, let me know in the comment section below. And also, if you just put in Odin's symbol, you can find patterns that are very similar. So I believe this hammer is given to us by Thor's father, Odin, the Norse god. And then the final special weapon that we see belongs to Diego. It is a harpoon and disc.
How long will it be?
The only god we have left is Zeus. This one for me is the only one that doesn't really seem to match up. It is a little bit strange. I personally couldn't really connect this one to
Stampy is like half greeny due to lighting,
harpoon, or a lightning bolt which he would throw. So this one's a bit strange, but you could link that to Zeus. So I think that actually maybe these statues aren't related to perks, and actually they're related to these special weapons. Somehow we do something for these gods, I don't know, and in return they reward us with a special weapon. So there we go, that is a full breakdown of the new trailer. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. Definitely let me know your thoughts in the comment section.
I don't know how you're doing it, but you're genuinely picking all the right players. Okay, Mum, I'm not going to give anything away for this one, so just pick whoever.
Right, I'm going to go for number 75, Shadow, Viola.
Oh, I don't know why you said Shadow, but then it's, yeah, so that's right. You've got a centre-back and our goalkeeper. Here we go, first centre-back. Who are you going to go in, Mum?
It's going to be,
Thundercloud.
Canadian.
Alright, in he goes. He doesn't actually live with anyone, but doesn't really matter. Next centre-back. Hopefully some good options. There's a player there that works. Yeah, I don't expect to get Cahill. Okay. The player will work. I'll just show you out. Is Varane. For sure he's from the BBVA, so he would have linked with that lot. Because he plays for Real Madrid during the BBVA, so it doesn't matter. Cahill's still pretty good. Yeah, okay. And then finally in goal, let's see if we've got some good options. Oh, we do.
I'm going to go for Jack.
Why?
Because he's just really great.
Oh, okay. Alright, so time to do the reserves on the bench, so time to take our team even better. This is gone so well. So, starting off, who do you want to go with?
I'm going to go for Taco.
That's alright.
He's pretty young and I'm going to give him a go.
Okay, that did not sound really good. That didn't sound good. No, okay, I'm keeping that in. That's funny. Next up, here we go again. Ooh.
Goes for Marcus.
That.
Oh, come on, you've got to go with the lady. No!
You're making me fucking confused.
Yes, there we go. How can you not go? You know proper, right? Yeah, exactly. Oh, Mom. There's. Next up.
No, you didn't, Lucas. Unfortunately, you lost.
I hate it when you say that. It's obvious and
It's not obvious. Okay, right, I think he actually really helped. We do it, honestly, man. That is so, we are doing so well, honestly. Okay, it doesn't make a difference, but that is a two stars. Now, that's honestly, Mum, I doubted you highly on this one, and you pulled through, you really have. Now, give me a minute, I'm going to try and mix the team around and see how good we can get it. But we can be right back. Okay, Mum, I have to say, I have been absolutely blown away because
Oh God.
it's amazing. It's not 100 chemistry, but I wasn't expecting 100 chemistry. 89 and the rating is 87. This is like, it's honestly, if we just got, if we got like
1, 2, that's a 3.
would have been 100 chemistry near enough. I can't remember, probably. But honestly, that is incredible. You're going to win. I should win. Okay, let's do it like this. If I don't win by at least 2 goals, then you get stuck in the face with a, I don't know, whispering or something.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you, Mum. Okay, so, I can't let my family down now. I've got to win this game. That was incredible. Here we go. Holy shit, you've got 5 with team. But I'm not even joking. I think my mum has made the better season here. No, don't. Thank you, Jack. Oh, let's go. Come on. Whip it in. Shoot that. Let's see. Bang it. What? No. Come on, Suarez. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Bang that. There we go. Bang. 1-0 up. Oh, boy. We're just getting started as well. Come on, 99 Messi. Whip it in. Get your noggin on that. Oh, Suarez. Let's go. Bang that. Oh my days, I thought that was it, but you never know. Let's just got this. Fucking side, finish it off. Beautiful, beautiful, and we're 2-0 by half time. This is going so well. I've had 6 shots and 4 on target, and he's had 1. Oh God, no, come on Nedved, let's go. Oh, Nedved, playing the left back role amazingly. Go on Suarez, use your legs, get to that. Thank you, whip it in, get your, oh go on. Griezmann, whip it in. Go on, Suarez! Yes! Holy shit, how did he save that? Oh, how? In God's name! Has he done that? Oh, shit, no, don't do it, don't do it. Don't you dare. Thank you, what a tackle. Oh! What? What the hell just happened? What the hell? What was that? I've got to score in 5 minutes, like ASAP. Come on, please. Through ball. Come on, Suarez. Finish that. Yes. Oh my God. Oh my God.
There's Valerio.
Oh my God, Suarez is a hero. Thank you. I was seriously worried there. Surely, West, that's it. Surely. Come on, Messi. One more goal. That's it. Well, yes, that's it. It's over. Oh my days, I did it. I won my 2 goals as well. Yes. Oh my days. It's about to get real. I promise. I know you see the Before we start though, I need to say absolutely giant thank you to Tour and Mike from the Stream Pros. Go and check them out. This is their account, these are their players, they're just letting me use it. All they need to do is sit through legends. So yeah, okay. Let's go. Okay. Starting off in goal, we're going to start with 96 team of the year, Neuer. He's got the most ridiculous stats on on any goalkeeper.
What?
95 diving, 97
August.
You know how good he is. Then linking to him, we have got the lowest
Diet.
player in the team. This is the worst player in the team, and it's in
Take
lower pay.
zero.
That is the lowest rated part of the team.
What?
80k, 89 defending, 6'4'2". Look at the goalkeeper. From the next set of that spot, you would have seen him. Sergio Ramos, team of the year, 86k, 90, what's it, physical? 95 defending. I didn't even realise he had that. And that is how you do a match 3. Moving on to the fullback, we're going to start off with the team of the year, Dani Alves. This guy could play anywhere, 95 pace, 80 shooting, 88 passing, 91 dribbling, 90 defending, 82 physical. Left back, we have got the fellow Brazilian from the BBVA, Marcelo, again, obviously team of the year. He's just as stupid. 89 pace, 90 defending.
To reveal
And that is, okay, that's
secrets.
but that's the defense done.
People.
I can really stop talking me. Sorry, not you.
Yeah, family.
Okay, moving on to midfield. Let's start off with the lowest rated midfielder. The lowest rated one, remember that?
Wish no one can reveal our secrets to me. True.
Next gentleman is going to be the highest rated one, Didier Iniesta. I could have used Didier Modric, and I put him on the bench, but I mean, it's Iniesta 95 rated, 98 passing. He has nearly got the maximum passing you could possibly have. He's just stupidly good. And then, as center attacking mid, I'm so sorry to those of you that like a hunch chemistry. We're going to put a player which isn't going to get full count. But I honestly don't give a shit.
Don't
It is
tell me. Diet and 0 is yes to me. I don't really want me done with him.
1.5 million coins, and there we go. Now don't worry, that's what 8 chemistry, which is pretty much full chemistry, so it doesn't matter. Now, oh no, this striker is disgusting. Okay, so left wing, we have got Neymar. Here, Neymar. I know it's not even Ronaldo, but I think Neymar's down. Honestly, I think he is. He has no doing, come on pace, 98, 95 shooting, 90 passing, and then he has 5-star skills and 5-star weakness. Literally the best you can get. Great, good, and skill.
Sorry.
On the right wing, we've got the Messi going here, the highest rated player in the game, Lionel Messi, 99 rating. Listen to this, 99 pace, 98 shooting, 97 passing, and 99 dribbling. Those are the first 4 stats. That's interesting. And violence. I know you think I'm going to put Warren, I'm putting him for my fourth player. No. Ladies and gentlemen, for how difficult it is to get coins this year, I honestly didn't think I'd ever be saying this, but at striker, we have got Pele! Oh my god! Yes!
My
Oh
brother.
yes! Okay, look at that team! There we go. I think that is, I'm pretty sure, the best team you can do on FIFA. If you can do better, let me know. Let's play a game. Oh, fuck! No! Oh, God! This guy's in Division 1. I'm not playing honestly, I think he's coming up against his team. I think he's signature. I reckon this guy's actually wasting his life. I think he can't.
Caleb wins.
Right now. Oh dear. There's no possible way I can lose this game. Okay, right. If I lose this game, you'll unsubscribe. I'm quitting FIFA. I don't deserve that I played it anymore. And let's go. Oh my lord. Okay. I'll put Marcelo. Lovely start. Let's go, Marcelo. Let's go. You just take. I'll get out pace. How's that happening? Scoring it! Bang that! I've missed. How have I missed that? Okay, Neymar, come on. Bang that in, surely. Yes. Oh, come on, Pele. Come on, shoot. Where's that? Yes. I don't know how it's gone in, but it's gone in. And it's 1-0. What happened there?
Okay.
Pele with the first goal. We're in business. 18 minutes in. It's in the goal line. Oh, wait. It's an own goal. That went down to own goal. Okay. Oh, come on. No. I can't even
Well, Caleb.
Oh, no. Wait for the finish. Oh, God. That is six. Successful first half. Okay, second half. Here we go. From kick-off. Oh, Messi. Lovely. For Pele. Pele, round the defender. And again. Oh, Pele. Such a guy. Lovely skill. Why?
Step this.
Oh, what a ball. That is what 98 passing gets you. Pele touches the side. Round the defender. Shoots. And doesn't score, but Neymar, what was that? Honestly, Neymar, look at his goal! Look at his goal!
Here comes Mr. Money in the Bank.
Long shot, but there we go. I can confirm that this team is absolutely stupid. I don't think I'm ever going to play with a better team than that. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. I don't know why I did that.
Cause I need him because you will.
Now.
Okay.
You're dead now.
Uh-oh. How to blow the par. Oh! The pin. Oh! There's a reason why I wear at school. Uh-oh. Oh, God. And I got my face. Torn and then made me my skull. This finale is going to be interesting. Caleb versus Godzilla. Winner is going to be in the final of the Aussie Championship. Wait. Oh God.
Boom! Double spotlight power, 20 million candles. Let's go! Let's go!
Bro, could I be downloaded? Yes, you could, Snake.
Final shot here at the desert belongs to Cody. Holy 35-yard shot. Cody's got to beat that if he wants to spot the finale.
Sure. Yeah, why not, Snake? Hashtag demon. Download demon. I've seen that character on Community. I swear. I still got another bracket to do. And then we're gonna do the finale. Which will either be Godzilla. Wait. Who the? It's Jeff Hardy! Jeff Hardy! What the hell is this? For Godzilla out of nowhere! Behind Caleb! 1, 2! Caleb. 1, 2. It's awesome. Oh, okay. One, two, no!
Welcome down to incredibly exciting video. I don't think you'll see it featured on the camera, and we are joined by two superstars. We have Tyler and Cody. Serious pain.
No, not this way. Caleb's gonna make Godzilla tap now. Oh, the cutter out of nowhere. That might be lights out for Caleb. 2. Curb stomp. No, that has to be Caleb done. That has to be it. 2. And Godzilla is going to the finale. Oh God. So it's hashtag demon. That is not all.
The second hole here is just under 400 yards, 360. These guys are using hired and borrowed golf clubs, so please do use that as their excuse.
Yeah.
How you feeling about this, Tyler? You good now? You warm?
Yeah, I'm warm. Yeah, nothing but perfect shots for me for the rest of the day. If you see anything else, you feel free to call me out. Let me know what I'm doing wrong. And, well... It's pretty average.
Yeah, you got it exactly right. The slight downway to the right helmet thing.
Yeah, fairway's wide open.
Yeah, you can hit anywhere down here. And that is the shade.
Look at that.
That is perfect.
There we go. Avoided the plum trees. That was perfect. Wrap all that up.
Did you actually hear? Did you hear what he just said?
Right, it's hashtag demon.
Perfect joke.
What'd you do with?
It was a little bit too early. It was hilarious. I said that was perfect, and he went, "You mean, dude?"
Demon brew.
It wasn't that cool.
Yeah, it was better than that. I mean, that delivery was terrible. If I'd have done it like that, I don't understand what you're about.
Is this the bad boy, eh?
Strike.
Guys, learn to take away something positive from every shot. I mean, that was dead
Hang
straight.
on.
That was dead straight.
I'm not mad about that shot. That was a great shot. It was just straight in the wrong direction.
Yeah, well, yeah, we're definitely going to get an instructional
Oh,
series.
I'm reading the wrong thing. Booth. Demon booth.
Yeah, do the last.
Nope.
I'm tired already. I think it's over there.
Yes, it.
Yeah, we've got a shot.
Okay, what about predicting those scores? We're not going to predict those scores. 3 holes, 3 things, what are you saying?
I've learned from maybe that first hole a little bit. You see 3 holes.
We're still trying to get 3 holes in.
Okay, I'm gonna go solid level 5. Bogey golf. We're going for bogey golf. 3 over. No. 3 over.
Not saying 3 over.
Okay, I'll go.
You can do.
I'll go 2 under.
2
I think we get a couple birdies.
Huh?
I like to shoot for perfection. You know, I think we've got it in us to go 3 under 2 3. There's no reason we can't do that. Well, unless you get par 4.
I'll go safe, I'll go 1 under. Right, come on Pete. To be fair though, we've hit a great shot. You said that in his downswing.
You give me a good first to boxes, man.
That is very good. So, we're going to choose the best tee shot, take shots from there, and then it's about how low can we go. Comment below how low do you think we can go. Comment early.
Pretty low.
4 2. This is the first ever golf outside of the US.
First round outside of the US, I do believe.
You feeling good about it?
I'll be feeling better about it after I get some more shots out of the way. I gotta get rid of all the bad ones. Hey, look, I found my ball though. There's one.
Oh, that is
How
a
about
result.
that?
That is a result.
Yeah.
Hey, you're way up there.
Yeah, good spot.
Coach, nice shot. Coach, you want to go grab yours out there in the rough? Oh, is that where mine is?
Oh,
I don't know. I think what? 140 out. Looking at a nice little.
You know, I was going to say a 6.
Okay.
I feel 7. Okay.
So we can pick those two up because we've got 2 good shots down. Anyway, you got 2 Tyler.
Oh, is that right? There's a golf ball sitting behind a huge tree. Oh, you stole my ball and hit it over there.
Oh, how do you guys get through it, Dad?